If you're preparing for RBI Grade B 2026, then I'm pretty sure you must have checked the notifications of the previous years. If not, then I would request you, after watching this video, go back and check the notification for 2025, 24 or maybe 23, whichever is available. Once you read the notification, you will find that RBI has given a detailed syllabus for the phase 2 examination, as well as RBI has given a book list which you must follow for the phase 2 exam. Now, the first question which is asked by the aspirants is, sir, do I need to follow all the books which are mentioned in the notification? First. Second is, sir, should I follow some other books as well beyond the list which is mentioned in the notification? Third is, so what should be the appropriate book list I should follow for the phase 1 examination? And the biggest fourth question is, sir, how I should utilize this book reading in order to clear my examination if I have not enrolled myself in any of the coaching institute. Then don't worry. Firstly, I have an answer that I have already made a video where I have discussed all the free resources you must follow in order to clear the RBI Grade B exam. And today, in this particular video, I'll let you know how to read a book, how to utilize the book resources which are available not only for phase 1 but for phase 2 as well. Even I'll give you the name of the books. I'll tell you what all you should study from these books and up till what depth you must study so that you can clear the examination. So let's get started. First of all, if you are preparing for this examination and you are following a book, then I would say the first thing which you have to keep in your mind is the mindset. You need to change your mindset because till date you are covering the books cover by cover, page by page, word by word in your academics if I talk about your graduation or post-graduation. But in case of RBI Grade B exam preparation, books are important, but their utilization is need to be done in an appropriate manner. So my first point for you all is, or my first suggestion to you all is, if you are covering a book for RBI Grade B examination, then you should cover book keeping in mind the topic. That means your coverage should be topic wise, not book wise, which means you are not going to read the entire book word by word, cover by cover, which is not required to clear this examination, because you need to play really very smart. You need to identify the important topics which you can cover from a particular book. Obviously, don't worry, I'll give you the list of books and the topics which you can cover for phase 2 as well as phase 1. Second point is, whenever we are reading a book, we must be clear that what return we are going to get once we are reading a particular content. In case of academics, when you were preparing for your different graduation or post-graduation exams, you follow a book, read it word by word, and the task is done. But in case of RBI Grade B preparation, this is not going to happen. You have to come up with multiple sources, and those multiple sources should be covered hand in hand, and you will be targeting a particular topic from a particular source so that it is done thoroughly up till the examination level. Third point is, along with books, along with free sources, the videos which are available, especially on your own channel, that is exaMnorM, the videos which are available for current affairs, along with that, the videos which will be coming up for government schemes, reports, indices, budget, economic survey, those videos along with the notes given by your teachers, maybe it's me or maybe Manisha, that is also going to play a really very important role. It will act as a catalyst to make or to clear your examination in a fast pace. Fourth point, and I would say the last, which you keep in mind while preparing for this examination through books, that active learning is more important rather than passive learning, which means I'm not asking you to read the book and keep on reading the books again and again. No, I'm just asking you identify a topic, read that topic, and then directly start practicing that particular topic, because practicing will make the man perfect, especially in case of Quant, reasoning as well as English. So let's get started with the discussion. First of all, if I start with the first part, that is phase 1, and in phase 1 also the part which is very close to your heart, that is quantitative aptitude, because most of you feel that it is the toughest section of the phase 1 examination. I do agree. What is the problem? The problem is, the moment we start preparing for RBI Grade B examination, we start solving the actual level questions from day 1 without building the concept. So that is not my suggestion. My suggestion would be you start from the first part, and your first level of preparation should be your foundation. Foundation means you are clearing your concepts related to different topics like profit and loss, speed and distance, as well as time and work, and many other. Once you know all the concepts, then you increase the level of the questions. Once you are in a position to solve tough questions with respect to these sources which are available in the market, and then the third and the last step will be you will be hitting the bar with the actual questions which are going to be asked in the examination. तो वो होगा कैसे? अगर मैं फाउंडेशन की बात करूं तो फाउंडेशन में you can follow the Kiran publication books or BSc books which are available, which will help you to understand the concepts, which will help you to learn the concepts, which will help you to implement the learnings in a right manner. Once you are done with it, then you go for the second level. In the second level, you should follow RS Agarwal, which is, I would say, this time everyone who is preparing for any competitive exam, they must be knowing about RS Agarwal. So RS Agarwal is going to play a really very important role, क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो आपने फॉर्मूला सीखे थे, जो कॉन्सेप्ट सीखे थे, अब प्रैक्टिकली उन कॉन्सेप्ट्स को आप इंप्लीमेंट करेंगे. एंड वंस यू अंडरस्टैंड how to implement those concepts, then you will be hitting the bar with the final level of the questions. And the final level of questions which are asked in the examination, they can be compared with the questions which are asked in the CAT examination. So I would request you, for the final level, you should follow Arun Sharma or Nishit Sinha's book which is available for quantitative aptitude. That will solve your purpose. So starting from easy, going to the moderate level, and then trying the difficult part. While trying the difficult part, if you feel that you're not still clear with some of the concepts, go back to the previous books, try to understand the concept again, and then come back and try the difficult questions. Once you are in a position to solve these difficult questions for quantitative aptitude, that means you are in a position to clear the sectional cutoff for sure. Why sectional cutoff? Because it is qualifying in nature. Moving on to the second part. The second part we have is English language. अब जब English की बात आती है तो सब लोग कहते हैं कि सर how to prepare for English. तो मैं एक ही बात कहता हूँ, English के लिए सबसे ज्यादा जो important है that is grammar rules. पहले attempt में, the moment you start preparing for English section for the phase 1 examination, first is go through with the grammar rules. अगर grammar rules आपने पहले से पढ़े हैं तो डायरेक्टली उनकी प्रैक्टिस करो. अगर नहीं पढ़े तो फर्स्ट suggestion would be go through with the grammar rules. And if you are a beginner, if you want to understand the English grammar rules from basics, then we have Warren and Martin book which is available. This book is time taking, but yes, it is thorough in nature. Once you will be going through with this particular book, your grammar rules, regulations, as well as the understanding regarding the grammar will be clear. Once you're clear with the grammar basics, rules, now the time is implementation. For implementation, you can follow SP Bakshi. It is available in the bookstores out there. It is Objective General English book, which is giving you objective exam practice like questions. It is a book by SP Bakshi, and this book will help you to implement the grammar rules which you have just studied. Along with this, for English section, vocabulary is also very important. Reading is also very important, and in order to enhance your vocabulary, in order to enhance your reading skills, I would suggest you read at least one newspaper, not the entire newspaper, but at least the articles and editorial section of the newspaper. And you can follow The Hindu, क्योंकि हमने देखा है पिछले कुछ सालों में The Hindu से डायरेक्ट जो आर्टिकल्स हैं वो आपके एग्जामिनेशन में पूछे गए हैं. तो The Hindu should be a base, especially the editorial and the article section. Read those editorials, read those articles, and try to understand that if a question will be asked on this particular article, or on this particular editorial, will I be able to answer the questions? Am I able to understand all the difficult words which are used? If not, then I should note them down and I should build my vocabulary, which will improve over the period of time. In next 4-5 months, your vocabulary will improve. अगर आप रोज के 5 नए words भी shortlist कर रहे हैं from The Hindu, especially from the editorial and article section, and that too specifically related to your syllabus, that is going to help you a lot. Moving on to the next section. The next section of the phase 1 is your current affairs part. In the current affairs, or I would say it is known as general awareness, but you all know majority questions which are going to be asked, that will be current affairs based. Even the static questions which will be asked, they will be derived from the current affairs only. तो current affairs के लिए आपको 2 sources follow करने हैं on regular basis. One is a general newspaper, that is The Hindu. Second is a financial newspaper, which you can go with Financial Express, Business Standards, or maybe Mint, as per your understanding. If you ask me, I would suggest Financial Express or Business Standard. इन दोनों में से कोई भी एक चूज कर लीजिए. उन दोनों के दोनों न्यूज़पेपर्स में you have to identify the news which are important for your examination point of view. और उन नोट्स के उन न्यूज के अगर आप शॉर्ट नोट्स बना सकते हैं, वेरी गुड. इफ यू डोंट हैव दैट मच टाइम, देन यू जस्ट रीड दोज न्यूज एंड ट्राई टू प्रैक्टिस द क्विजेस व्हिच आर अवेलेबल फॉर डेली बेसिस. अब क्वेश्चन है कि सर हाउ examnorm is going to help you in this particular section. Then I can say examnorm can take the entire guarantee or the entire responsibility of this particular section, because you can follow our PIB norm, that is a session by your own Manish sir, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. where he covers entire PIB which is relevant for the RBI grade B as well as NABARD grade A examination. Secondly, on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I come up at 5 p.m. where I cover the finance current affairs, which include general finance updates, banking updates, financial market updates, even the circulars, the notification published by RBI as well as the other regulatory bodies like SEBI, IRDAI, IFSCA, PFRDA and many more. तो अगर इसके अलावा if you are looking for a source, then I would suggest you, if you can, then go for current norm. There is a course available on our website which is current norm. It is very handy and it is very I would say affordable. If you can go and check the price, it is only available for 999 for 1 year. और इस current norm में you will get everything. PIB का पूरा वीकली एंड मंथली कंपाइलेशन, फाइनेंस का वीकली एंड मंथली कंपाइलेशन, आरबीआई सर्कुलर्स का एक अलग से इंडिपेंडेंट सेक्शन, रिपोर्ट्स, इंडिसेस, along with that you will get the budget, economic survey and government schemes in a holistic manner at one stop solution. If not, then you just follow our YouTube channel, then also majority of the things can be done. Moving on to the next segment. The next segment we have is that is finance. If I talk about finance, फाइनेंस के लिए कोई स्पेसिफिक बुक नहीं है विच यू कैन फॉलो और जिससे आपका सारे का सारा जो रिक्वायरमेंट है वो पूरा हो जाए. इफ यू आस्क मी, फाइनेंस में सबसे पहली चीज है कॉन्सेप्ट्स. वंस यू आर क्लियर विद द फाइनेंशियल टर्म्स, वंस यू आर क्लियर विद द फाइनेंशियल कॉन्सेप्ट्स, देन द बेसिक एंड द प्राइमरी सोर्स फॉर एवरीवन इज RBI frequently asked questions as well as RBI publications. So you must go through with the PDF which gives us functions and working of RBI. And there are n number of publications which are published on the RBI website, including the RBI monthly updates, including RBI notifications, RBI press release, RBI master directions, and even the RBI monthly, quarterly, semi-annually and annual publications which are available. This is your primary source. और अगर आप इस आरबीआई की वेबसाइट को पढ़ेंगे तो आपको समझ आएगा कि उसे पढ़कर समझना काफी मुश्किल है, तो उसके लिए examnorm आपके पास है एंड यू कैन फॉलो द सेशन विच इज फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट ऑन यूट्यूब, दैट इज फाइनेंस नॉर्म, ट्यूसडे, थर्सडे, सैटरडे एट 5 PM. इसके अलावा इफ यू वांट टू गो मच डीप इनटू द फाइनेंस कॉन्सेप्ट्स, देन आई कैन सजेस्ट यू कैन गो फॉर अ बुक by Pathak ji, and this book will be used in a very selective manner. Only selected topic with respect to your syllabus should be followed, even if the candidates who have prepared for JAB examination. If not, JAB examination की जो books है वो भी काफी हेल्पफुल है फॉर फाइनेंस, स्पेशली बैंकिंग प्रिंसिपल्स के लिए, बैंकिंग वर्किंग के लिए, बैंकिंग ऑपरेशंस के लिए. यू कैन फॉलो दोज बुक्स एंड इन दोज बुक्स ऑल्सो अगेन अपने सिलेबस के हिसाब से टॉपिक डिसाइड करके वहां से आप टॉपिक कवर कर सकते हैं. दैट विल गिव यू कॉन्सेप्चुअल एंड स्टैटिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग फॉर ऑल दी, और आई वुड से मोस्ट ऑफ द टॉपिक्स व्हिच आर मेंशन्ड इन योर सिलेबस. देन लास्ट इज फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट विच आई वोंट सजेस्ट. ये पहले फिर भी इसका इंपॉर्टेंस था क्योंकि अब फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट टर्म आपके सिलेबस में ही नहीं है. वी हैव ईदर फाइनेंस और मैनेजमेंट. फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट इज नॉट देयर. सो इफ यू फाइंड दिस आरपी रस्तोगी, आई कैन एश्योर यू कैन इग्नोर दिस. दिस इज नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प. ठीक है जी, दिस इज फॉर फाइनेंस. After finance, we will go for the management. In case of management, you should follow the Indian authors. They are easy to understand. We have a book by L.M. Prasad ji, we have T.N. Chabada, and even we have C.B. Gupta. These are the books which gives you the clear explanation of all the topics which are mentioned in your management syllabus. Along with that, if you want to go for the applied organizational behavior, in that particular case, you can go with Stephen P. Robbins. If not, if you go with Indian author, then it is Niharika Vohra's Indian adaptation by Niharika Vohra is also important for applied behaviors. This will give you case study based जो questions आपके examination में पूछे जाते हैं, how to answer those case study based questions. For ethics and governance, I would suggest you a free material which is available on the ICAI or ICSI modules. Just go through with these modules, specifically keeping in mind or strictly keeping in mind the syllabus which is given in your RBI notification. Don't go here and there and try to avoid MBA level textbooks. स्पेशली फॉर मैनेजमेंट एंड एथिक्स, बिकॉज दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प. बेसिक ऑफ मैनेजमेंट आना चाहिए, उसका इंप्लीमेंटेशन आना चाहिए, केस स्टडी बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस को आंसर करना आना चाहिए. दैट इज मोर देन सफिशिएंट. नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द थर्ड पार्ट, ESI. ESI का नाम आते ही one thing is very much clear, that ESI is something which is very tough to be covered only through books, because in case of ESI most of the questions will be asked, or most of the questions will be embedded with the current affairs itself. So in that particular case, if you want to understand the basics of economics, you can follow the NCERTs which are available, especially the class 12th and 11th macroeconomics NCERT. You can follow that, and even you can follow the Indian economy book बाय रमेश सिंह, वेरी फेमस बुक, सबके पास होगी. नहीं है तो अपने दोस्त से किसी से भी मांग लेना, जो भी यूपीएससी के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहा है उसके पास ये बुक जरूर होगी. लेकिन इस बुक को भी वर्ड बाय वर्ड नहीं पढ़ना. जितने भी टॉपिक्स आपके ईएसआई के सिलेबस में लिखे हैं, उन टॉपिक्स का रिफ्लेक्शन जहां जहां इस बुक में है, बस उतना उतना एरिया इस बुक में से पढ़ लेना, सो दैट यू गेट क्लैरिटी रिलेटेड टू योर इकोनॉमिक्स concepts. But जो major chunk of exam आएगा ESI में, that will be related to current affairs, and that is covered by none other than your own Manish sir, free of cost on the same channel, that is exaMnorm, in the PIB norm session. अभी he has already taken a session on union budget, economic survey, and I can assure you जिस level पे union budget और economic survey उन्होंने पढ़ाया, keeping in mind that candidates are preparing for competitive exams, especially the regulatory bodies, उस PDF के बाहर कोई क्वेश्चन आपके एग्जामिनेशन में नहीं पूछा जाएगा. अभी भी जाओ, वो सेशंस अगर आपने नहीं देखे दोबारा देखो, उसकी PDF को डाउनलोड कर लो, एंड दैट इज गोइंग टू बी योर बाइबल फॉर द एग्जामिनेशन. ठीक है जी. इसके अलावा जितनी भी नई नई रिपोर्ट्स आएंगी, या फिर जितने भी नए नए सर्वेस या इंडिसेस या रैंकिंग्स प्रेजेंट की जाएंगी, दैट विल ऑल्सो बी कवर्ड इन द PIB नॉर्म सेशन इटसेल्फ. तो आपका ESI कॉन्सेप्ट आप बुक से कर लो, करंट अफेयर्स आपको PIB के सेशन में मिल जाएगा, देन योर ESI पार्ट इज डन. अब अगर हम आगे बढ़े तो मूविंग ऑन टू द लास्ट पार्ट, दैट इज इंग्लिश डिस्क्रिप्टिव. इंग्लिश डिस्क्रिप्टिव एक ऐसा सेक्शन है विच वी जनरली इग्नोर, कीपिंग इन माइंड दैट इंग्लिश डिस्क्रिप्टिव इज डूएबल, आई कैन डू इट प्रीटी इजीली, बट दैट्स नॉट द केस. Reading is easy, but when the time comes to write an answer, it becomes really very different. And it not only becomes different, it becomes difficult as well. So what would be my suggestion? My suggestion is, writing के लिए कोई बुक नहीं सिखा सकती कि लिखना कैसे. बुक पढ़कर आपको ये समझ आएगा कि लिखते कैसे, but finally लिखना कैसे है, that will be understood when you dive into the sea. And for that you have to yourself type your answers. Try to practice essay writing general topics पे, try to practice pressy writing, general articles उठा लो अपने न्यूज़पेपर से, and try to understand a particular article or editorial in such a manner कि अगर इस आर्टिकल या एडिटोरियल पे जो न्यूज़पेपर में दिया, अगर इस पे मुझसे डिस्क्रिप्टिव आंसर पूछ लिया गया, that I have to answer a question, not choose the option, I have to write an answer for a particular question. Am I ready? If you are ready enough, it's fine. If not, then you should practice more and more. इसके साथ साथ whenever you write a descriptive answer, the structure of the answer is also very important. So you should have clarity कि essay का structure क्या होगा, introduction, main body, conclusion, what will be the structure of pressy writing, and how to write good descriptive answers which are asked from a reading comprehension which is going to be given in the examination. So my suggestion is, in case of descriptive English, कोई book नहीं है. It is all about practice, practice and practice. जितना ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस करोगे उतना ज्यादा इस पे आपका होल्ड होगा, इन उतना ज्यादा ही आपके चांसेस बढ़ेंगे to score pretty well. And if you ask me, my target is you should score 70 plus in English descriptive if you want to clear the phase 2 examination. मेरा सजेशन है कि वीकली बेसिस पे एटलीस्ट 2 essays, 2 प्रेसीज, एक कॉम्प्रिहेंशन जरूर प्रैक्टिस करें. उसका फीडबैक ग्रामरली एक सॉफ्टवेयर है, आपने सुना होगा, उससे ले लीजिए. अगर कोई आपके पास मेंटर है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू हैव जॉइंड द exaMnorm, देन यू विल गेट लाइफलाइन बेनिफिट, विच means me and Manish sir will be available 24/7, and you can give us your articles, your writings, and we will be giving you the feedbacks as well. But if not, then you can get it checked from any of your mentor or from the Grammarly software which is available. Moving on to the next section. Next section आपके लिए screenshot है. Just take the screenshot for quantitative aptitude and reasoning, English, general awareness, finance, management, ESI as well as ethics. इसका screenshot ले लो. This is something which you need to hold with you if you want to clear this examination. और ये सारी sources आपके पास handy होनी चाहिए, जिसमें से finance norm, PI norm, PIB norm, current norm is available on your own platform, that is exaMnorm. Now let's move on to the next section. The next is सबसे मुश्किल इस सारे के सारे आरबीआई के एग्जामिनेशन में जो सबसे मुश्किल है दैट इज योर करंट अफेयर्स पार्ट. अब करंट अफेयर्स के लिए प्रिपेयर करने के लिए आई मेक अ 4 tier स्ट्रैटेजी. तो वो स्ट्रैटेजी क्या है? पहला, फॉर फेज 1 यू शुड फॉलो दी डेली करंट अफेयर्स विच इज अवेलेबल ऑन डिफरेंट चैनल. स्पेशली कोई भी एक बैंकिंग चैनल फॉलो कर लो, वहां पे डेली का जो करंट अफेयर्स का सेशन है वो फॉलो करो. बट फ्रॉम मार्च ऑनवर्ड्स मनीष सर विल बी इंक्लूडिंग जनरल करंट अफेयर्स इन हिज पीआईबी सेशन ओनली. Second point is for finance, you can undoubtedly rely on finance now. We will cover most of the important finance related current affairs, whether it is RBI updates or SEBI updates, IFSC updates, PFRD updates, and even the general finance updates will be covered. For ESI, again, PIB norm is the solution because sir is covering each and every important update of the government. Along with that, he will be coming up with government schemes, sessions. He has already taken budget and economic survey, so you can follow that. Last but not the least is the topic-based reports which will be coming like census, NFHS, ASER, World Bank or IMF reports. This is also covered, or this can also be covered from your own channel, that is exaMnorM. Manish sir and me, we will be coming up with all the reports. We may include them in our finance as well as PIB norm session, or if required, we can come up with a separate video as well so that you get it handy along with the PDFs which you can follow for your upcoming preparation. Remember that practice is really very important. Don't start practicing from day one in a manner कि मैं पूरे का पूरा mock test practice करूंगा from day one. I will attempt the entire phase 1 mock test or phase 2 mock test from starting. That is not going to happen. Start from sectional test. जब आपको लगे sectional test आपको समझ आने लगे हैं, क्वेश्चन आप कर पा रहे हो, आप अपनी वीकनेस को आइडेंटिफाई कर पा रहे हो, अपनी एरर्स को आइडेंटिफाई कर पा रहे हो, एंड ट्राई टू ओवरकम दोज एरर्स. वंस यू फील दैट यस आई हैव प्रैक्टिस्ड ऑलमोस्ट ऑल द सेक्शंस independently and now I am pretty ready, then only jump for the full length mock test. उसके बिना मत जाना. And the moment you jump for the full length mock test, it should be at least 20 days before your phase 1 or 20 days before your phase 2 examination, and try to practice at least 10 mock tests for phase 1 as well as 10 mock tests for phase 2. एक notebook maintain करना where you will have कि what all errors I have done, what all mistakes I have done, so that you can avoid them in near future. You should review your errors, your mistakes on regular basis, at least weekly. And if you have a mentor, then please ask your mentor to review your descriptive answers if possible. Now, if I believe that you will be starting your preparation after this video and we are expecting the examination to be held in the month of July, keeping that in mind, I would suggest you the study plan. In the first month, you have to build your foundation for Quant, reasoning and English. Along with that, you have to cover or you have to start covering the current affairs. January तक नहीं पढ़ा, it's okay. February का current affair you cannot afford to miss, especially for finance and PIB. General current affairs you can start from March onwards, it's okay. Then in the second and third month, you have to go to the moderate to difficult level questions of Quant, reasoning as well as English. Now you should start covering your phase 2 part as well. There is ESI, finance as well as management. तो एक एक करके उठाओ, पहले finance उठा लो, उसे complete कर लो, then ESI, then उसे complete करने के बाद go for management. Management last में रखो क्योंकि management ज़्यादा learning वाला part है और जितना exam से पहले पढ़ा होगा उतना ज़्यादा पॉसिबिलिटी है कि आप उसे रिटेन कर पाएंगे, याद कर पाएंगे, याद रख पाएंगे और आंसर्स कर पाएंगे इन द एग्जामिनेशन. Then in the fourth month, you will go with weekly mocks and you should go with all the reports, all the indices, all the government schemes which are available on different platforms so that you can cover them. In the fifth month, the final fifth month, just before your examination, you should attempt at least 4 to 6 full length mock tests. But if you ask me, then this count should be 10. If you can go for 10 full length mock tests before sitting for the final phase 1 examination, that will be a bless for you. Revise your error log on regular basis. Check out what errors you are making or whatever errors you have made while attempting these mock tests. Try to rectify them, try to ignore them for the near future and go for revision. Revision especially for the current affairs. जितना ज़्यादा revise करोगे उतना ज़्यादा current affairs को retain कर पाओगे for your upcoming examination. Last but not the least is how a day of RBI aspirant should look like, especially a full-time aspirant. Then I would suggest you give at least 60 to 90 minutes each for quantitative aptitude and reasoning each. मतलब लगभग 3 घंटे हुए. vocab and grammar के लिए invest 45 minutes every day. Then for current affairs, go for the newspaper reading. जैसे कि मैं ऑलरेडी बता चुका हूं, एक जनरल न्यूज़पेपर, एक फाइनेंशियल न्यूज़पेपर, उन दोनों न्यूज़पेपर्स के सिर्फ और सिर्फ एडिटोरियल और आर्टिकल्स आपको शॉर्टलिस्ट करने हैं, एंड ओनली दोज आर्टिकल्स, दोज एडिटोरियल्स विच आर स्पेसिफिक, विच आर रिलेटेड टू योर सिलेबस, उन्हें पढ़ो, उनकी एक समरी लिखो, उनमें से जो डेटा है extract that data and create or start creating your data bank, which will help you. Lastly, after this, you have to cover the session which will be available. Either Manish sir's or mine session will be available on daily basis. You have to cover that. Keep 60 minutes for it. And last is invest 3 hours for phase 2. अगर आपने finance start किया, 3 hours for finance. Once the finance is done, then start 3 hours investing 3 hours on ESI reading. Once ESI is done, and then start investing 3 hours every day for management reading, so that by June एटलीस्ट आपका फेज 2 का पूरा सिलेबस, स्टार्टिंग पार्ट, कॉन्सेप्चुअल पार्ट कवर हो जाए. ऑन वीकली बेसिस, attempt one sectional test, especially for the sections which you are covering. Attempt at least one essay or one précis. If you can do both, it is a bliss. And at least practice one comprehension. Comprehension is also very important. Reading comprehension will help you in phase 1 and phase 2. Lastly, you have to revise योर करंट अफेयर्स इन अ कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव मैनर. जो भी पूरी करंट अफेयर्स एक वीक में पढ़ी है उसे रिवाइज कर लो, और जो जनरल करंट अफेयर्स आपने कोई और सेशन लिया होगा, जो भी बैंकिंग चैनल से आप पढ़ रहे हैं, उसकी भी पीडीएफ को, जो 5-6 दिन की पीडीएफ, उसे कंपाइल करके पूरा वीकली पीडीएफ कंप्लीट कर लो, रिवाइज कर लो, सो दैट इट इज डन. If you are following this practice, trust me guys, you will be in a very strong position to clear this examination. लेकिन कुछ गलतियां हैं जो आपको अवॉइड करनी है. सबसे पहले, डू नॉट होर्ड. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने 2-3-4-5 बुक्स खरीद ली लेकिन पढ़ी एक भी नहीं, उसका कोई फायदा नहीं. एटलीस्ट एक खरीद लो जिसमें सबसे ज्यादा टॉपिक्स आपके कवर हो रहे हैं, बस उसी को रेफर करो. दैट इज मोर देन सफिशिएंट. डू नॉट cover the book word by word. You should stick to the syllabus. Do not skip sectional test. That is very important. It will teach you how to manage the time during the examination. And do not rely on passive reading, especially in quant, reasoning, English. Even for current affairs, more you practice, more you learn, more you practice, more you retain. That is the ultimate goal to clear this examination. ठीक है जी. तो आज से स्टार्ट कर दो. जो मैंने आपको फॉर्मेट बताया, तो मैंने आपको बता दिया कौन से न्यूज़पेपर्स आपको पढ़ने हैं, कोर बुक आपको कौन सी फॉलो करनी है, उसके साथ उसका प्रैक्टिस सेक्शन ऐड कर देना. अलॉन्ग विद दैट, इफ यू can then enroll in a test series which will give you access to sectional and full length mock test. 6 months का कैलेंडर मैंने आपको बना के दे दिया. And if possible, do get connected with one of your mentor who can give you detailed feedback of all the writing part, all the descriptive part which you will be doing in your upcoming days to go. So that is all from my side guys. So याद रखना, रिपीट कर रहा हूँ, कवर टू कवर बुक नहीं पढ़नी. 3 लेवल पे क्वांट, रीजनिंग, इंग्लिश, 3 लेवल्स पे क्वांट और रीजनिंग को पढ़ना है. पहले बेसिक्स, फिर मॉडरेट, फिर डिफिकल्ट लेवल. उसके बाद यू शुड गो विद फाइनेंस. इन केस ऑफ फाइनेंस, आरबीआई डॉक्यूमेंट ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है टेक्स्ट बुक के मुकाबले. इतनी ज्यादा बुक्स इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. राइटिंग, नो बुक कैन सब्सटीट्यूट योर राइटिंग पार्ट. यू हैव टू राइट, यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस. एंड लास्टली, यू नीड टू लिमिट योर रिसोर्सेज. फाइनेंस के लिए 1 या 2 बुक, ईएसआई के लिए 1 या 2 बुक, मैनेजमेंट के लिए 1 या 2 बुक. इससे ज्यादा बुक्स इकट्ठी मत करना. अदरवाइज एंड ऑफ द डे यू ओनली हैव बुक्स बट नथिंग with you to write down in the examination. I hope each and every point is clear. अगर कोई और डाउट है, कोई भी सजेशन चाहिए, कोई भी आपको बुक के लिए सजेशन चाहिए, कौन सी बुक बेस्ट है, अगर आपके पास कोई बुक्स अवेलेबल है, कुछ भी अगर आपका डाउट है, डू राइट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन बिलो. थैंक यू सो मच. गुड लक. गॉड ब्लेस यू ऑल.